Everyone wants to be successful in any area. Absolutely all people imagine themselves to be successful businessmen. Day by day we are building our ideal life and we hope that a successful life will come somebody. And for some reason, out of this large number of people, only minority starts real action. And most people are afraid to start or wait for the right moment or some kind of sin, hoping for a miracle. The most correct decision that you can make now is just start acting, regardless of any circumstances. And now I will give you some recommendations, after which you will take action and take the first step towards your goal. First recommendation, and no matter how trite it may sound, but in order for you to achieve your goal, you need to break away from the chair or sofa and start acting. Start small, do at least something, but the main thing is that this action brings you closer to your goal. Just understand that no one is interested in your goal and achieving your success except yourself. Everyone is concerned with their own problems and absolutely nobody cares about your goals. So get up and start doing something urgently. Be honest. You yourself know what you need to do to achieve your goals. The second recommendation is that you finally stop looking for excuses. After all, there is no reason not to do what you want. Just fine is one of the ways your body resorts to staying comfortable. Our brain does not like to be in excesses, and it will constantly give you excuses to stay stable and calm. Think about it. Because excuses are not the real reason not to do something, but just tricks of our brain to stay in the same place. To break out of this state, ignore any excuses. If you have to do it, then just take it and do it, regardless of what your brain is telling you. Get yourself banned from any excuses. Third recommendation, get experience and be grateful for any outcome. It is customary to divide experience into good and bad, but you really shouldn't. After all, one experience can be used as some kind of justification for your inaction, and the other to help achieve an even greater goal. You can measure up with all the bad things that happen to you, or you can start to change something. For example, two people were born into a poor family, and the first justifies his inaction by the fact that he is from a poor family and believes that he is not worthy to live a successful life, and he is ready to continue that existence with what he has and does not want to change anything. The other person is not looking for any excuses and excuses that he is from a poor family and is not worthy to live a rich life, and he starts to do something, tries new things all the time. He does not stand still and develops. He does not want to live as his family does, and he has a very big motivation to change everything. According to him, he has no choice but to become successful. Therefore, from any situation, no matter how positive or negative, learn to extract as much positive experience as possible. After all, any mistakes make you stronger. The main mistake you can make is inaction. The first recommendation I want to wear the words of Theodore Roosevelt. Do what you can with what you have, where you are. Many are trying to find a way that would 100% guarantees success in any business, but people do not realize that looking for this way is another excuse that gives you the right to inaction. The best way is to start acting right now and not waste a huge amount of your time waiting and thinking that everything will work out a little more, and I will find the best way to solve this problem, because only in the process of searching can you find the best and most effective way to solve this problem. And finally, the first recommendation is a simple advice. I learned something. Do it right away. We spend too much time studying something. It seems to us that this is the most effective way to solve any problem, but in fact this is another excuse that gives us confidence that we are doing something very useful and effective. At the time, how in fact we are just wasting our time. We could start to act and with each new action approach the result, but instead we continue to search for the necessary information, read various articles and books. But here you need to understand one very important thing, that learning is a very important factor in achieving something. But if you do not implement to acquired knowledge but simply accumulate it is in your head, then this leads to even worse consequences. Information overload will provoke stress and prevent you from achieving better results. Therefore, get into the habit of getting to work immediately after learning new useful information. And remember one rule: one thing's introduced is better than 1000 learned. After all these recommendations, give yourself 1 minute to think and do what you need to achieve your goal. The best helper and the most interested person in your success is you. Just start doing something that will solve your problem and bring you closer to your goal. Let your actions begin to be insignificant, but then this small action will lead you to a very amazing and great result. The main thing is to start as early as possible, not to look for excuses, not to wait for the right moment and situation, and already begin to discipline yourself for constant actions.